When you try your best but you don't succeed. When you get what you want but not what you need.
Vascular disease or heart disease mortality death rates. Again, where orange is the highest, light blue is moderate, and dark blue is the lowest. And these are cancer mortality rates, cancer death rates. Same color scheme. And I always tell people, we're not trying to tell a causal story with these maps. So we're not saying map A causes map B, causes map C, causes map D. But we are asking you to note where the orange stays orange, the light blue stays light blue, and the dark blue stays dark blue. Health, life itself, not equally distributed throughout the region.
Lights will guide you home and ignite your bones, and I will try to fix you.
So let's rewind the tape to last June. A group of us attended a PBiS conference in which we were introduced to the concept of trauma-informed. It truly was a game changer for all of us. It's centered around the Adverse Childhood Experience Study, or ACE. What is amazing is that this study is almost 20 years old, but few of us have ever heard of it in education. This study examines 10 types of child trauma. 3 types of abuse, sexual, physical, emotional, 2 types of neglect, physical, emotional, and 5 types of family dysfunction. Things of having a mother who is treated violently, household members alcoholic, been in prison, diagnosed with mental illness, parents who separated, divorced. Oh my gosh, this hits us hard. There's a strong link between these adverse childhood experiences with an adult onset of chronic illnesses, higher heart disease, depression, suicides, and lower life expectancy. If you're in the buzzwords, insert disrupt or innovate, but for me, it meant tapping into our existing experts, as you see here, the social workers, counselors, nurses, etc., with a goal of changing our lens from what's wrong with you to asking what's happened to you. Because we want to replace this scene with this scene.
That it will say sensory reading. But also I need for you guys to make sure that you have some signals so it would not disrupt your classroom. This is to help the aggression. So they're going to take these and work through this immediately.
From the mental standpoint too, where you engage in the practice or even meditation to help calm the mind, or you can energize the mind. You also have the spiritual aspect of it as well too. I say all those things to let you all know to keep in mind that when you do bring these things into your classrooms, you're doing a lot more than stretching. You're doing a lot more than building muscle strength. You're helping yourselves and these young people manage their energy levels. And it can be a very dramatic thing sometimes. Sometimes you feel it immediately.
Kids in there. So kids like that get too overstimulated, too distracted in the classroom and get kicked out 10 times a day could use a classroom like that where they can gradually come back during the times when it's not, you know, so overwhelming. I mean, first thing in the morning.
The way it runs now, it looks like I'm getting a flood. When I tell you of students coming in, a lot of them are sensory, but then a lot of them just have some behaviors that need to be put in check. And I'm looking at this article here, which I'm going back, you know, when you say zero tolerance, that gives the leeway to suspension. Because if you're not going to tolerate, then they got to get suspended. So when you look at our kindergartners and the data there, all the way through, that's a lot of kids. So we're sending the wrong message.
When you love someone but it goes to waste, could it be worse? Lights will guide you home and ignite your bones, and I will try to fix you.
So through our experiences with the Sensory Center, we realized that although some kids were able to come in and self-regulate and go back to class and finish out their day, a lot of students were unable to do that. For whatever reason, through trauma or other issues, they would go back to class and be right back out again. The Sensory Center would help them calm themselves, but then we were putting them right back into the environment that caused the meltdown in the first place. And so we realized that we need to go a few steps further with that and give more support to the kids, that maybe the Sensory Center is helpful, but it's not everything that they need. So we came up with the village tier system, and this should meet the need of any student that walks in the door. So we have the first tier, which is the classroom universals. You combine the PBiS matrix with mindfulness exercises and yoga. What we're going to do is we're going to teach every teacher that teaches here how to do mindfulness exercises, how to get more in touch with their students' needs, recognize what may be trauma. It looks like behavior, but it's not, it's trauma. So we're going to spend a lot of time training the teachers how to recognize that. If the kids are unsuccessful in the classroom, they can come to the Sensory Center, which they will still use for self-regulation and for some counseling, or they may go to Where Champions Meet. Where Champions Meet is above the Sensory Center in the sense that it's for kids that need that extra time, where they may be able to calm down for 5 or 10 minutes. This gives them 30 minutes for 5 days straight of skills they can use in the classroom, at home, in their communities, anywhere they may be. For the kids that go through Where Champions Meet and it's still not successful, we're still not meeting that need, we'll have the Restorative Center. This will be an all-day adventure for these kids. It's replacing the traditional ISS model with something that's much more therapeutic. So they'll still be getting their academic needs met, but they'll also be getting the skill building that they have been unsuccessful with up until that point. And then, of course, throughout the pyramid, you have your medical support and your administration.
Here in our basket are our sensory kits, and these we'll have 50 of them throughout the building. They'll be in the classroom as well as the offices, the administration offices, and our SPED department will have them. They'll be our universals in the classroom. And each of them have different kind of manipulatives that the kids can use to kind of do cool down methods here, whatever helps them cool down and feel better and relaxed. We'll also provide a binder for each classroom, and in the binder we'll have how to contact us, strategies on how to help the kids cool down if they want to use this or other things, exercises they can do in the classroom. And with all this information, the teachers will be able to really utilize self-regulation and help the kids.
Asking the basic question, and it's really neat because I had an opportunity as a central office person to actually shadow some of these workers, and I've seen kids who have these fits or they become disruptive, and they were being sent to the office, and Catherine here stepped in and said, "Hey, let me have a shot at this one. Let me take a chance." And so she went up to the Sensory Center, self-regulate child, and it was literally 2 minutes. Found out the reason why, and it was a simple reason, and for that particular child on that particular day, did not get suspended. And so it's really exciting that, we're a little late to the game. Educators are for the ACE study and Adverse Childhood Experience study and how that relates to everything. But the exciting thing is we've developed this great team. And so we are now trying to take it to the next step to have all services come to us, because as Fred says, our neighborhoods, you know, you see what the kids go home to, you see the challenges they have, and this really presents the oasis for them. So with that,
I just wanted to.
And it lights your clothes, and I will try.